Welcome to Robertland. That's right, your favorite not safe for work comedy theme park podcast. And I'm your host, Robert Thompson, comedian, musician, theme park phenologist, all I do. What is up, everybody? How you guys doing? Boy, it is so great to be here, isn't it, Ross?
Great on a really warm day like today, man. Woo. Yummy. Can't wait to just dig down, brother. Let's party on. Let's see.
Man, this is exciting, guys. We dropped the ball on Halloween this year, and that ball was called life, okay? Sometimes life gets in the way and shit gets hard, but you know what? It's Halloween. We had a whole month celebrating Halloween last year in Robertland with Robtober. We talked about all the happenings in theme parks on Halloween, and you know, I can't not have a Halloween special. So a lot of people didn't hear this interview I did last year. It was my favorite episode of Robtober, so I thought I'd just bring that magic back to you. And I know, you know, we have a lot of new listeners that have never heard this before, so I thought it'd be great to share my favorite moment of Robtober last year, where we interviewed Rob Wills. He's a good old buddy, old pal of mine. He's been a scare actor for 20 plus years, and we talked to him all about his time working at Knott's Scary Farm, so many countless other places, and it gets real in depth, man. You may even cry, dude. So we're gonna get into that right now. No qualms or psalms about it. You excited, Ross?
Yeah.
On the news?
It smells like Jake Gyllenhaal.
Fuck yeah, dude. Here we go. Without further ado, here it is. Me and Rob Wills talking scare actor life. Enjoy. Oh yes, and for those of you watching on YouTube, this was recorded before we were a video podcast. I love you all, and I still wanted to give you something for Halloween. Something very special, my favorite episode. Enjoy.
What's up, man? How you doing there?
I'm having a lovely day in your backyard.
I know. It's a beautiful August afternoon. It's a little breezy, pretty hot. This is the first summer with masks, and it is way brutal. Because I work outside, Mr. Rob. I don't know if you know that, but wearing a mask outside is brutal. Except this wind right now feels good. I could wear a mask in this for sure.
I like it when it gets up the armpit of my shirt and hits you right on the pit, and you get that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that little gust of affection from the wind.
A kiss on the pit from the wind.
Yeah, sounds like a Pocahontas B-side or something. Have you ever felt a kiss of pit on the wind? Yeah, dude, it's so awesome to finally have you on the show, because I've wanted to ask, like, there's so many questions that I have about someone who's done the scare thing, you know, for years, and this is a part of our October. So every week, different Halloween horror, like spooky. Yeah, we're gonna. I'm so stoked about this because Halloween is my favorite.
Me too. Absolutely.
So, like, when did you, like, how did you get into the whole scare scene?
A friend of mine started working it in, I think, 97.
Okay.
My friend Gary. I'm only 3 hours older than him. So yeah. He says, you got to do this. And I'm like, yeah, you know, for a couple years he tried to get me to do it. And I finally decided to do it in 99. And I ended up in a mask position like some undead-looking motherfucker in the vampire maze, which at that time was where the Scrambler was. And it was broken up into 3 parts, and it was really, really cool.
And this is at Knott's.
This is Knott's Scary Farm. 1999 was the first year I did it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for people that don't know, Knott's Scary Farm is like the OG scare. I mean, yeah, like horror maze. I mean, that's existed for forever.
I think 72 was when they first started doing just characters in Ghost Town, and then it grew from there.
Yeah, it's so awesome. It's got a legacy to it. That kind of, it's funny because people have probably heard of Knott's Berry Farm because the jelly, and because of Knott's Scary Farm. I think that those are probably the two things that like precede it, you know, and that good old chicken. But yeah, I think, like, I don't know, you know, there's always thing out of here about it at school, like Knott's Scary Farm. is fucking terrifying. Everyone would always tell me about how scary it was. And I remember being like so excited about going to it. And it's crazy because like some people feel like when you're kind of behind the curtain, it loses like the magic. But I don't think so.
I disagree.
It's got to be another level
No,
of it, right?
I think you get to see. I saw levels of it, and I learned a lot going from being a fan of going to the stuff, and then, like you said, from fan to monster to like hardcore. You know you're going to be doing shit like this the rest of your life. You just know you're hooked from the first year. That was me. I was like, yeah, this is definitely one of my things.
Yeah.
This is incredible.
So it's not like porno where it's probably a lot harder than it looks, you know?
No, it is fucking hard. I have fucked myself up. I still have a scar on my, I don't know if you can still see it, but my shin has this jacked up. Oh, well. Anyways, so I've fucked myself up in the maze, running, tripping, falling, shit like that. But one year we had Cat Zen, and she's all tatted up, and she has the whiskers, and she used to be partners with Enigma, the guy who's covered in puzzle tattoos.
Oh,
and
wow.
they did sideshow work, and they were appearing at Knott's that year. And one year, while I was walking from Camp Snoopy, where the vampire maze was at that year, I was walking through the Indian stage that has those big benches made out of half a freaking tree, right?
Yeah.
I am walking at maximum scamper speed because I'm not allowed to run through the crowd, but I have to walk quickly. And I see her for the first time, and she's doing some crazy, awesome shit, and she's in this jungle bikini, and she's covered in cat tats. It's a sight. It's marvelous. And so I'm looking at her while I'm walking at full speed. My left leg hits one of those. I take a tumble, and then I roll out of it and land butt first on the next bench and just did one of those looks arounds like I kind of wanted somebody to see how cool that went.
Yeah.
But holy shit, it had torn the skin right up like bare bone. So I showed it to her later and explained the story, and she goes, wow, that's the nicest thing anybody told me all day. Yeah.
Yeah, that you tore your...
yeah, this scar is because of you.
Wow.
Of you.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. So in 99, what was Not Scary Farm like then?
In 99, this was before everybody had a camera.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Because that does probably fuck up like that. What about it do you think is irritating when with everyone with a cell phone that can kind of
The light.
not be in the moment?
The light and not being in the moment.
Yeah. Because you want the experience to be
Spoiling
good
it for
people.
everybody.
Yeah.
To me, you're the same as a heckler at a stand-up show or a music show or something like that, or a spoken word show, when you're using lights and you're just trying to get shots and people behind you can see your screen. You're fucking it up for everybody else.
Yeah.
Be considerate. Don't fuck up the show. Come on.
And it's probably like an in-the-moment thing because you want it to be an experience that is your experience, and like people that put it online and stuff. I mean, I get it. I enjoy it if I can't go, but there's something about like being in the moment that's kind of lost now. That sucks because it's like special, It's like that's what I kind of loved about back in the day, because you'd hear, oh, Not Scary Farm, and someone could get things wrong. It could be like a Tall Tale or like a Game of Telephone, where it's like,
oh
this
yeah,
goblin
stuff always
chops
gets blown
your-
out of proportion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I saw this goblin get his
I've
dick
started
chopped
rumors
off.
about myself just to see how long it would take to get back and how different it went. It was
Yeah.
great. Like, yeah, if you ever get bored with a group of people, just start rumors about yourself. It's fun. I recommend it.
Yeah, it keeps it exciting. So
But-
in 99, it was different, right? There was no cameras, no...
Not so many cameras. When there was, it was people were polite. It'd be like, they wouldn't, you obviously can't take pictures in the maze. You're not going to do stuff like that. And it's not all terrible that they have cameras now. Like, if people are real polite about taking a picture, see, the policy became to not stop and take pictures, because it's like, once again, it's interrupting the show for everybody else. But they also were told that you can take action shots of the characters and the haunt actors, scare actors, while they're in action. Just don't use flash, blah, blah, blah. And some people are really cool about it, and people are polite if they... they also do a thing at the end of the night, the last hour that the park is open. You go to the front gate, and there's monsters from every zone up front taking pictures. We'll pose all you want. So I would tell them that too. Look, this is
Not the place. There's another.
Yeah, I would work in the explanation to the character I was playing at the time, but let them know. But if you want to have some fun with us, be up front, at this time, and they're like, oh, all right, cool, So it you just adapt to the technology,
Like the demon was really helpful.
Right?
Yeah. Gargazelle was very delightful. I'm gonna write you a great comment card. Yeah, Beelzebub. Yeah, no, that's hilarious. So when you first started, did it seem like there was there more? There's more mazes every year, I feel like, right? Or was there like less mazes, or are they kind of
as the years went on, they were able to add more mazes, and then when I worked I also worked on the paint crew, getting prepped for that. So there was build and paint and props and lighting and all those departments, and they go in, do their thing, and then we follow and do our thing. There would usually be about 2 new mazes a year, sometimes 3, or like 2.5. It'd be one of the side attraction things.
Yeah.
And then the other ones they would take and kind of switch stuff up in the maze that survived. And those were usually based on popularity and attendance. If it stops, earning its place in the field, a new one's got to come in. You got to keep stuff coming through. So so each year you're looking at having to construct 2 full new mazes. And it's pretty fun. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome. Has there been and that kind of brings me to another question. Has there been a maze that was like canceled because of like a major event? Like, was there like a Twin Towers maze? And,
I'm glad you brought that up.
Okay.
Mainly because I'm in it, so I get to like brag and stroke my own ego and tell the story all at once. So yeah, kill 3 birds with 1 stone. Why is that even a saying? I killed 2 birds with 1 stone since we invented guns.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyways, yeah.
1 bullet.
In 2016, 2017. Okay, they did a virtual reality experience called 5150. Not Scary Farm did. And we filmed it at this cool studio in Anaheim owned by this family. I wish I could remember, but it was really badass. I couldn't believe how much they were able to get in this one little section of land in Anaheim. We didn't have to go up to LA and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, so we filmed it there. And it was a virtual...
the name was Disney? No.
So we filmed this thing, and it was based on an idea that, it takes place in a mental hospital.
Yeah.
And, it's kind of hard to explain, but it was really... What they created for the experience was these wheelchairs that you sit in, because you're going in from the patient perspective, getting wheeled into this mental hospital, and then shit hits the fan. Shit gets fucking real really quick. And I got to go through the test run of it. And even though I knew everything that was coming because I'm the fucking evil doctor with no mouth, I was still like, oh, fuck, that is so badass.
That's so cool.
And so it went 1 weekend, it ran, and somebody who knew the head of Saddleback Bible School or Saddleback University or whatever.
Yeah.
In other words, some religious folks got wind of it. It turned out that he was bothered by it because of the 5150 thing, and his son had committed suicide. And so he didn't think it was good that they were making fun of it, but he'd never actually seen the attraction. Somebody he knew told him about it. So he kind of jumped on the bandwagon and got, all his, supporters to make a fuss, and Knotts backed down and said, fine, we'll pull it. But I looked at it as like, okay, I did some research, find out about his son and what his issues were. He had issues with his son because his son came out gay. His son came out gay, and then his son committed suicide. I don't know the family, but I wonder if there might have been some pressure from da-da-da. And so I went, wow, is it possible that this preacher, this dude, is projecting? Because by his beliefs, your God failed you, and your son oh no, oh my God, he was gay, and then he killed himself. There's a trifecta. He's definitely going to hell. So you're a shitty preacher, but like, so he had to go and project it on somebody else. So in a way, I feel very proud to be part of something that ruffled that motherfucker's feathers, you know, and really got under his claw, you know. Oh, good.
I know that, dude, but back in the day, that would have been great publicity. You know, that would have been like...
It was, and if people who know that it got shot, because some people did get to see it, I bet you people would go see it if they could find out a way. Like, you know, but I don't know where it ended up or who owns it or whatever.
Dude, that's so cool, though. That idea is so crazy. Yeah, I've always thought about that because they've had to stop some attractions because of, like, you know, at theme parks that I've heard, like, there was the California Adventure one.
Side note.
Yeah.
In protest, somebody printed up stickers that said demonic possession is not mental illness.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Because the whole thing was that this patient was possessed. It wasn't a mental illness thing. You know, it's like, hello. Anyways.
That's silly, though, man. Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous. It's, was he on, like, the board of Knott's or something? Or, I mean, he's just a local figure. Yeah, you should have, like, there should have been, like, the most, there should have been a funny, like, you know, evil preacher or something, like, you know, like to sort of get back at him, like have like a, you know, unholy preacher where he just like gets fucked in the ass the whole, like by a giant cross or something. I don't know, just like the most sacrilegious, you know. We have the abortion maze to, you know, you guys weren't pleased with the guy in a wheelchair, but we've got the aborting Christ on a feet. No,
I have pulled a dead baby pig out of a fake vagina at a haunt event. Like, I went through 17th door, and in one of the rooms, I love this place. They're so fun. Have you ever been to 17th floor? It's in Irvine usually. And
it's not the basement of Angelo and Vinci's in Fullerton? No. Yeah, have you heard of that? They have a dungeon in the basement of this Italian restaurant. There's an old Italian actor that, like, you know, is in some Hollywood movies and stuff. It's an amazing restaurant because it's all these crazy, like, Italian, you know, decor. It looks like it looks nuts, but in the basement they have, like, Satan and, like, demons and stuff. It's so badass.
I gotta check that out.
Yeah. So what's 7th layer?
17th door. 17th door is the maze. 13th floor is the production company that just did my cast. I sent you those pictures.
Yeah,
those crazy
so
pictures.
Awesome.
Yeah. They casted my face and my arms. Yeah, that was fun. So I went into this room, one of the rooms in the maze. There's 17 rooms. That's why they call it 17th door.
Yeah.
And it's set up like a doctor's place, you know, and there's a girl there in stirrups, you know. From the torso up, she's real, and the fake legs are looking pretty real. Like, it was very well done.
Shit.
And he looks at me, and he goes, "You, sir, worked at Rob Zombie's, didn't you?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So he grabs my arm and he rolls my sleeve up and he goes, "You're up, sir." He's like, "Get in there." And I'm like, "All right." I reach in there and I can feel a little hoof. Oh, there's a little hoof. This is either a pig or a deer. Wow, this feels real. Pull it out. It was real and it was super cute. The girls in my group couldn't handle it. That was it. Yeah. They couldn't handle it. The guy in front of the line had me go with those girls because he saw I was getting irritated by the teenage boys in front of me, and he let them go ahead and told me to wait, and then he just got a bunch of girls, and that was perfect because they nominated me the leader because they were like, "Why does this not freak you out?" I'm like, "This is my home. I love this shit." She's like, "You're leading the way then." I'm like, "Fine, totally fine. Don't get lost." Don't get lost. So they do a really good job. And one of the rooms, I'm talking about offensive stuff, compared to 5150, which was just about a demon-possessed patient.
Yeah.
Played brilliantly by my friend Jill. She is fucking awesome. Anyways, dude, the preacher room, there was a room at the end with a priest and, like, simulated and
wait,
like,
a priest is getting he's eating a lollipop? What's going on?
He makes you kneel down. And okay, at one point, part of the robe was over my head. There was something else there, but he made it look like I was serving penance.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now,
wait, what is this at Knott's?
no, this was
okay.
a different. That's 17th floor.
17th floor. Okay.
17th door. Sorry.
Door. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if they're doing it this year, but every time I've gone, it's been really cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, and that it's funny because like Knott's kind of got the ball rolling, and there's been a lot of like imitators and people that have taken it to other places. Obviously, Universal to me. Is another big one because of like the money that they have to make the movie magic, and some of that stuff is really impressive.
Yeah, their mazes feel like you're on a set. Like you're right there. Their sets are always impeccable.
Yeah, and I that's what I was going to ask you. Have you worked for Universal at all?
No, I haven't worked for Universal. I worked for let's see, 2 places out in Texas in Austin. One was Illusion Manor or House of Torment, either or. That was run by these guys who made all their own masks and stuff, and
so cool.
They made really good use of the space. From outside, this building looked relatively small, but they managed to work in 2 different themed mazes in there with so many different ups and down levels and shit that it felt a lot bigger.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that one was really cool. And then the other one was located at a nursery. So during the day, all these beautiful plants.
Whoa.
They even had the biggest wind chime I've ever seen. It was probably as tall as your house. We're talking a 12-foot pole. The wind chimes that are just all the different poles. Stand right underneath that thing and ring it. You're like instantly transported to Tibet. It was so cool. But at night, they turned it into a haunt event, and it was their first year. I was working at the other one, but somebody I knew heard about this one and said, hey, they're paying pretty good, and they're looking for experienced. And so at that time, I had done it for a few years. That was like 2006. So I did 2 places in Austin, Texas, and that was really fun. The one that happened at the nursery, I got to play a mad botanist, right? And they gave me this room that had a full-body pregnant torso prop that was laying sort of on her side, and her stomach had burst open, like something burst out of her stomach.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is great. I can fuck around with this pretty well, make it look really trippy. The first night, I used guacamole in there. Looked good, bad idea. Guacamole turns brown really quick. Not a good idea.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It looks gross, but also. So I asked them if they had those ladybugs in a bag. I'm like, yeah, we got the ladybugs in a bag. Are you familiar with ladybugs in a bag?
No, what is that?
You can buy ladybugs in a bag in the refrigerated department at like the garden centers and places.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, we got some of those. I'm like, can I use a couple? I said, yeah, what are you going to do? I'm like, just trust me, you're gonna love it. And, all right, cool. So I go and I get the ladybug bags, and I warm them up, and I get them all active, and I place the bags inside the hole in the torso.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
And then I also grabbed a whole bunch of their glow sticks. They had like hundreds of them. I was just cutting them up and splattering them everywhere, right? So that was something would glow when I turned the lights off. I also had a headlamp that I would use and pose like I was the lamp, and that's all they could see. They didn't realize the light is the actual fucking guy. So I got to do a whole bunch of cool shit. But I loved these ladybugs because they started crawling out of this torso, and they like to play King of the Hill. They want to climb high. That's just their inclination. Keep climbing. So as they're climbing to the top of the different shreds of the, fake flesh, they're falling off. So from a distance, it looks like there's redness oozing and crawling, and as you get closer, then you see what it is. So people would be like, what the fuck? And then they get close, and one lady was like, oh my God, can I have one? I'm like, yeah, go ahead. And people would stick their hand in there, get a few of them on their hand. Hey. Yeah, I got to use live creatures as a prop. Ladybugs.
Dude, ladybugs save the day.
Ladybugs save the day.
Yeah, I was Rodney Dangerfield there by any chance? Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. I love that. That's cool. And as great as Universal can be, or even Knott's, like, there's something about those makeshift, because that's how Knott started. That's how there's something about like homemade. I mean, Josh Thompson, who we've had on the pod before, he does a thing every year at his house, and it's so awesome. There's so much like affection put into that. I mean, there's something about just like doing it yourself and sort of an original idea. Like, I mean, on the East Coast, I know that's really big because there's a lot of like, I don't know, there's a lot of like basements and stuff. We don't have basements really in
Yeah, they got a lot of
California.
creepy buildings back east to play with, where the ones out here, you don't really want to fuck around.
Yeah, creepy buildings here are usually, you know, someone's on meth and they're gonna like jack you and
or is a crime scene or was a crime scene or gonna be a crime scene again.
Yeah. I wonder what like a scare zone is like in Tijuana right now, or like Juarez, or you know what I mean? Do they have like cartel ghost houses? I don't know. Imagine that too, because if you scare like a gangster, and that's okay. So I wanted to ask you about this because this is something that everyone that is a scare actor has to deal with, and you like. Is there training on how to deal with people being fucking dicks? Like, how do you, like, there's that machismo or, like, macho dude that doesn't want to, you know what I mean? They're just, like, kind of, they're killing the mood, you know, because they don't want to.
There isn't, like, there's not training per se official. Now, there's stuff in the book, in the employee handbook. Never touch or strike a guest. Never touch or strike a guest.
Yeah.
Obvious, right? But when stuff gets escalated, they're supposed to just hand it off to blah, blah, blah. But there isn't always someone there.
Yeah.
You know, and I've seen monsters handle stuff very well. And I've seen stuff get handled not so well because they maybe didn't expect that or know that was coming. Or maybe they did expect it and were looking for shit because, you know, there's going to be rotten apples in every bunch. There's going to be... And those people usually end up getting weeded out too, because if you're gonna fuck it up for everybody, we don't want you there.
Yeah, totally.
You know?
Yeah. And like, so when you, because, you know, sometimes people don't mean to, like, there's people that just, oh man, I just reacted, and it's like because they're scared, so they like they might punch or they might, but I think you can tell by their body language or like whatever if it's like a mistake, you know.
If you're paying attention, you can definitely tell whether it was a reaction or intentional.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
so a lot, I think. Monsters would talk about getting hit and stuff like that, and I go, you know, that's 50% your responsibility. They're like, what? And I go, if you get hit, it's 50% your responsibility. What if I didn't see it coming? It's still 50% your responsibility. You gotta own it. You gotta be constantly aware. And if you are gonna scare somebody, make sure you have an out. Make sure that if you have to duck back, you're not hitting somebody there. Treat it like driving. You know, keep your eyes open. You know, make sure you have an out. What's the other ones? Well, you don't want to say make sure they see you. That only works in driving, not scaring. Yeah. I got really close to getting hit a couple times when I was in the clown maze.
Yeah,
that was fucking fun. It was a mask position, and I was using the whistle instead because I didn't want to talk. I'm a fucking clown, so those I'd kill about 5 of those a night, just burn them up. You know?
They run out of brews.
Yeah, oh man, you can. I was like, and eventually it would go from to. Oh, there, get another one.
Is that a kazoo? That's a kazoo.
No,
right?
they have what they have. It's the little tube ones with the little spinner in it.
Okay, yeah.
It's that super high pitch.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Super fun and annoying. I pop into this hallway, and a little 9-year-old. Well, I'm guessing she could have been anywhere from 7, 8, 9. Anyways. Probably did a lot of gymnastics. I don't know what it was, but that foot went up with a super scream, like not a scared scream. She was looking at me like, I'm going to fuck you up, mister. And her foot hit the mask. I felt the mask go. So, yeah, if she would have made contact with my face, I'd be looking a little bit different right now, probably. I'd probably sound a lot different, too. Yeah, and I would probably be still traumatized and not like anytime I saw a 8-year-old girl, I just ran away screaming, holding my face, you know.
Yeah, God, man.
She put a Daniel son on my face almost.
Fuck. That's crazy. Yeah, I always thought about that, how to, you know, what you do in those situations. And I remember, because one time I was with this group and like they were trying to scare the scare actors, which was very idiotic, and it's silly.
We're so jaded.
It's like, really, you're gonna but that guy's also now on meth, so you know the joke's on him, I guess. But like just lost his job. But it poor guy. I don't know. It's a fascinating like genre, and there's something there's some people that don't like horror anything. They're like, I would never go. I'd be terrified, and they end up going and they have a great time.
No, sometimes you can turn it around. Okay, we just talked about some low vibration occurrences, right? We talked a little bit about the violence and shit.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna bring it up. I'm gonna tell you some happy stories.
Yeah.
But some monster magic.
Yeah.
Monster magic. Okay, monster magic first started in the vampire maze, and I would notice that some kids, you can tell, are into it and love the shit. Some kids, their parents underestimated how much they were ready for, and the kids kind of losing it. And then there's other kids that are just little douchebags, so fuck them. You mess with them anyways. So when I saw ones that their parents clearly weren't ready, or they missed, they weren't ready for it.
Yeah.
I would get down, crouch down to their size. I'm looking in full fucking vampire makeup, everything looking really gnarly, looking like I'm in Cradle of Filth.
Yeah.
And I had these little bat rings, little tiny bat rings, and I would go, na 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 bat ring, and the kid would just be looking at me like, why is this vampire singing and holding a bat ring? And I'd do it again, bat ring, and now I have their attention. Now they're like, what the fuck? I go, this ring will protect you from the other monsters in this maze. It wards off vampires. You just hold it up and you'll be cool. Carry on. And they'd put it on. Go about their merry way. Later that night, I hear some of the monsters going, why? I saw a little kid. He was going through the maze. It looked like he was doing a Heil Hitler. And I got real close and I saw that there was a bat ring. And then I saw another kid with a bat ring doing the same thing. Like, what is going on? I'm like, oh, did they seem scared at all? No. I'm like, good, the magic's working. So I took that principle and used it again the last 2 years I was there in the Hollows as the Dark Gnome. And the Dark Gnome would, I would hide coins, and if people found the coins, they bring them to me and they would get something from one of my swag bags. Now I had a good swag bag, a mediocre swag bag, and the douchebag swag bag. So if you were a douche, you got douchey stuff, you get a fucking acorn, or something like.
So funny.
And but I would also, same times, I would see kids that parents underestimated. And there's one night, I got into work, I get out, and I'm parking in the parking lot, and then I find a big chunk of quartz. And I'm like, all right, cool, you're gonna be somebody's thing tonight, because I give away trinkets like I was talking about. That's why the character was named Fetish. Because I handed out little fetishes.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I also had a thing for ladies' feet. Like, I licked some feet.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
And I also got people to eat mealworms, too. That was great. The shit you can get people to do. Anyways, so I see this kid, and he's 7 years old. His name is Jacob. This is what I learned afterwards. But he's standing there with his parents, and he is just terrified. Just holy shit. And so I see this, and I come up, and once again I get down low, and I tell him, I go, hey, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. We're all just big kids here playing make-believe, and that's all that's going on here. And once you get used to it, it's really fun. You know what's even more fun than scaring people? Watching people get scared. Here, watch this. And I would blend in with the family and just hang out there and wait for some other people to come by, and I get them, And I get somebody, and I go, yeah, see, wasn't that fun? And he's kind of like lighting up. I go, here, you're going to take this magic crystal, dispels fear and builds courage, but you have to activate it by saying swordfish. And he goes, swordfish. I'm like, no, you got to say it louder. Come on, Jacob, louder. Swordfish, you got to yell at it. Wake it up. Swordfish. All right, there, you got it. All right, now, the rest of the night, when you're in my woods here, you will have safe passage. Now, I told all the other monsters about this so that when they did see a kid carrying something or whatever, they knew that he's got safe passage. And hung out with them for about 5 or 10 minutes and got him to go from crying to laughing and having a blast.
That's so awesome.
And I saw them later on that night just walking around.
Yeah.
They're still having a good time. one family would come down and the mom would stick up for us when other people were being a-holes. The kids drew pictures of all of us. Like, those are the cool moments, you know.
Yeah.
That's when you were talking about there's is something deeper than just scaring people.
Yeah.
There is a lot more going on there, because people who really love it are willing to be vulnerable in front of you.
Yeah, totally.
You know, they're putting themselves in a very vulnerable position, and they trust you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's so true, man. And we had someone on Joel Jimenez on the pod, and he was talking about how he was terrified because he went to Fright Fest, and he was like, he wasn't like having it, and he wasn't doing good. But then the monsters like crowd around him, and they're like, put their arms like, hey, he's our buddy, he's our boy, like, and they made him feel comfortable because he was like, you know, terrified. And that's the thing is, like, it's just such an experience, and there's a lot of thought behind it. And you know, it's crazy to see how it's evolved. And like, so there's Not Scary Farm and Universal and all that, but in the last, like, I don't know, maybe like 15, 20 years, there's been like, I don't know what you call it, but it's like the more extreme, like, mazes, like the where you have
like
to
escape
sign,
rooms and stuff.
like escape rooms. And you know, now there's like escape rooms,
Yeah.
there's all that stuff, but we sign the waivers.
Oh yeah, for the ones like that they can, you know, they are allowed to touch. They might cut your hair. You might wake up with a
Yeah.
tattoo on your balls. You know.
Yeah, and
Like-
so what's the name for those? Like, is that escape rooms usually, like, where it's more extreme?
Well, there's ones that are immersive experiences, and they're extreme. But
Yeah.
I don't know how many puzzles you get to solve. I think it's just, holy shit, this is a fucked up situation
Yeah.
that I signed up for. Some of the escape rooms, ours was very interactive, and
Like puzzle heavy. Like, there's a lot of
well,
puzzles in
there
it.
there was stuff to solve inside it, but it was also very actor interactive.
Yeah.
It was Murder Co. And what I liked about this one is, aside from it being put together by my friends, and then that's how I found out about it, and I'm like, I want to audition, and, you know, got the thing.
Is that what you did after Scary Farm? We went to Texas and then.
Oh,
came
okay.
back.
So I went to Texas, came back to Knott's for 2011, and then in 2012 I skipped a year for new job or something. I think I just got a new job and said, you know, you can't go, hey, thanks for the job, and by the way, I'm pretty much unavailable next month. So I skipped
Yeah.
1 year, and then went to go back in 2013. I missed the window for Knott's, but I had already applied for the Rob Zombie's Great American Nightmare.
Oh, that's right.
So
Yeah.
I went up and auditioned for that and got that, and ended up as in Dr. Satan's room as one of the mental patients. I get
So
cast as
cool.
mental patient multiple times throughout my life. Hey, you got to go with what you know. If it works, man, fucking run with it.
Yeah.
And that was super cool. And I forgot where I was going with
Murder
what
Co.
was it? Murder Co. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. And then back to Knott's for 4 years, and then Murder Co. was put together by John, and he also was a haunt monster for many years. Started Winds of Plague and Plague Productions, and now he's working with 13th Floor Productions. And so he put together
Oh, is he in
Murder
the
Co.
band Winds of Plague?
Yeah,
Oh shit.
yeah, it's that
yeah.
John.
Okay, yeah.
Super cool guy. He gets me all these super fun jobs. He's the one who gave me the Dark Gnome character for Knott's. He
That's
goes,
awesome.
how sold are you on the werewolf? And I'm like, I'm not so sold on the werewolf. He goes, all right, what do you think of a gnome? And I'm like, a gnome? He goes, no, a dark gnome. And I'm like, let me think about it. I'll check it out. And he goes, it's a makeup position. I'm like, okay, I'm definitely interested. And then when I checked out what dark gnomes were, that they were elementals, cantankerous. They're like the biggest races of the magic world. They hate all other races besides their own. You know, I was like, wow. So I get to be like a cantankerous person, the gnome that hates all other living things. I'm like, I'm kind of halfway already there because I think most people suck.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, I think I could do this one.
So he's a racist gnome.
Not really racist. Mine wasn't, but they supposedly were. No, my gnome was international. I would get groups of people visiting from out of country, and totally get them locking hands, and we were dancing like Dick Van Dyke down the way. Like, I
a
love
chimney sweep?
like doing the chimney sweep. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got people to do the chimney sweep.
Chimmeroo.
Met these beautiful women from New Zealand. Came a couple times. A whole group from Japan. Those kids were
I
awesome.
hope you came a couple times.
well,
The New Zealand women
geez.
are
They're
mighty beautiful. They are.
They were. I love it. It's so cool. But the escape room, the clients get to pick. It's sort of like a hostel kind of thing. The idea is you pay this money and you get to witness somebody getting killed, but you get to pick the killer
Oh wow.
and what weapon they use to kill the victim.
So crazy. That's so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there would be a lush, nice looking room that you wait in, and then the sliding bookcase, and then you go in the room, curtain opens, and there's glass, and there's the kill room in there, you know? And so I played the victim, and Joey or Winston, the other actor, would play the killer and security guard. And I would play, the victim and the janitor, Louis the janitor. And so you get killed. We had the stomach that you pump full of guts, and I had rigged up the wheelchair with some splat there, and it was just
So
it was
awesome.
fucking bloody as fuck. It was great. But these people also had to figure out puzzles on how to get out of the room, and I'm interacting with them, guiding them a little bit. But I really liked that. I hadn't done that level of interaction, and it based on a script. But once you got the script learned, down pat, you could go fluctuate with it, depending on the group, So every night was different. Even though we were doing the same show every night, each time was different. And sometimes it was priceless and amazing. Then other times you're like, wow, those people were boring as fuck. Why did they even come here? What the hell was that about? And, Ashley came through.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Ashley and them came through.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's crazy how many people have come through like this. Like you said, the dude from Winds of Plague, our friend Ashley Costello, New Year's Day. There's a lot of people that'll go on to do stuff that start in these scare mazes, that's awesome. Which, brings me to the next question. Obviously, like, there's been a lot of like iconic people linked to, especially Knotts, but like Elvira and all that stuff. So what celebrities? Because you've probably met people that like go to the mazes too. Like, what are some of the like celebrities you've met? Just for
my favorite one was this took place in the Vampire Maze in Camp Snoopy, and there was a music room and a stage in the music room, this open area, and there was also a chair in the corner. And this night I had a nice, real big, dark robe, just sinister looking fucking
For
thing.
some reason, they're gonna say I had a huge dick that night. Like, it's just this. Like, it was like, what is this, the Weinstein maze? What is this?
Weinstein maze.
I don't think he has a huge dick. I heard he had a very disgusting egg penis or something. But no, sorry. Go on. You're in a.
The Devil Epstein.
Yeah. So you're on Little St. James.
I'm in the corner doing the I'm not real thing, and a guy leans forward, and I just do a subtle lurch. Just sometimes it's you don't have to be loud every fucking scare,
Yeah.
Subtlety is sometimes 1,000 times better. So I did that, and the guy said something like, "Oh, that was a good one, got me," and my brain goes, "Dude, he sounds just like Alice Cooper," and I go, "Yeah, he does, doesn't he?" So I get up, and I'm staying in character, and I go up and I go, "Sir, has anyone ever mentioned you sound a lot like this mortal called Alice Cooper?" And it was real dark. So he leans in and goes, "Who?" And I lost it. I fucking broke character. He broke me. I was like, holy shit.
Fuck.
He's my height.
Yeah.
So, I fanboyed out. Because I had just seen him, like, the week before. I just saw him.
Yeah.
And so that was the second time he came through. The first time he came through, I didn't get close, and I didn't realize it was him until after he was gone. Somebody else told me, "Hey, that dude you just got, that was Alice." And I'm like, fuck, damn it.
So crazy.
Rob Zombie's come through. And
when you worked did he come through your maze, like his maze, or was that
Oh, when I worked at Rob's?
Yeah.
Oh, they went through. He went through a couple times, but Rob and Sherry,
Sure, yeah.
they came through on the preview night, and she never came through again.
Oh, okay.
Because at the end when they came out and said, thanks everybody and doing the thing and all that, I still have the video. Anyways, her review was that was the most fucking horrifying thing. I'm not going through there again. Like, she gets that shit gets to her, even though she's in the most like some of the greatest horrifying fucking scenes in movies.
Yeah.
It still gets her. She's still like.
Well, that's the exciting thing about like being around creative people, and like you realize that most creative people are fanboys themselves of someone,
I got headbutted by Jello Biafra.
Oh shit!
In the Rob Zombie maze.
Really?
Okay, yeah. So we were told to tone things down because somebody complained. So when I couldn't jerk off the teddy bear anymore or shoot the CO2 hose and all this other, I couldn't hump legs anymore. I decided I'm going to make a drum set of all this miscellaneous shit, and I'm also going to take that geriatric toilet right there, and I'm going to make a costume out of it. I'm going to take the bottom out, I'm going to wrap the legs with a blanket so you can't see, and I'm going to decorate the edge of it with some Tootsie Rolls that I sculpt into poop, and I'm going to also get like some, mango and dip it in the dye gross stuff, and I'm going to have that, and I'm going to tell my makeup guy, his name was Chris Wills, same last name, not related, but he was super cool because he'd say, so what are you up to tonight? What are you doing tonight?
Yeah.
And I'd tell him what I'm doing. He goes, okay, I got to look for you then. I love it when you find a makeup person who you're just in sync with. Turns out we were Facebook friends and didn't know it.
Oh, wow.
Small digital world.
Yeah.
And so one of the nights when I was in the geriatric toilet, Jello comes walking into my room. It's Dr. Satan's room. There's just shit all over the place. It's fucking gnarly, all real stuff, which was great. He comes by, and I throw out the line, every time I take a crap, it's a cosmic experience, from a Lard song that he did with
Al
Jorgensen. Yeah.
Yeah.
The power of lard. Praise the Lard. And he stops, and he goes, do you know Willie Willis? And I go, who? And he grabs my head and he says, he goes, repeat after me. Sis. And I say, sis. And he says, boom. And I say, boom. And then he goes, bah, and bashed me on the head.
Shit, dude. So Wesley,
3 times.
There's a Wesley Willis nod.
It was, but I don't know who Wesley Willis is, so I had to go look him up.
Yeah.
And see who Wesley Willis was.
Amazing.
Willie Willis.
Yeah.
He
Wesley
said Willie Willis. He's like, do you know Willie Willis? But I wonder why did the line, every time I take a crap, it's a cosmic experience, make him think of Willie Willis? Now, did he get that line from Willie Willis and he thought I was just throwing out, or did he not realize I was referencing a line he used in a song?
I don't know. I think maybe, because he has a lot to do with Willis. Like he, I think, like put out some of his records and stuff. So I think maybe because like that's what Willis would do with fans. He was like, he would fucking headbutt people. He was schizophrenic, so he was just kind of a character.
Oh,
so
thank you for clarifying that. That makes that experience even cooler for me now.
Yeah, because Willis has been passed on for a while, so Jello probably does it to like, that's probably a sign of affection, like, so that's probably what that was. Like, all right, this guy fucking gets it. Yeah.
Well, I love that.
Yeah.
So, and
here we go. Here's a headbutt. Yeah.
Dude, it was great. I felt like Marsha Brady. I was never going to wash my forehead again.
Yeah. Dude, this is awesome, man. I know, like, there's, because I'm going to do this, like, yearly, and we're going to have multiple episodes. So I'm going to have you on again.
I got almost 20 years of stories.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, dude.
Yeah.
It's awesome, man. I have a little segment here.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Do you got another?
No. I love your segments. Is this the quiz?
So this is the quiz. This is the theme park trivia.
I've been nailing them. I'm listening to your old ones, and I've been kicking everyone's ass.
Oh fuck yeah, dude. Okay.
So watch me totally flop it now that I've already got braggadocious about it.
I know, yeah, that happens every time. If you boast about it, you're gonna cry about it, man. No, all right. So I have these. That here we go. I'm using my phone like a professional, and I have lost your quiz, my friend. What the fuck? Okay, it's got to be in here somewhere. This is gonna make me cry. I just did this today. This is ridiculous. It's coming up. It's coming up, Kardashian. What the hell? I had 3 questions for you. This is so bizarre. I think I fucked it up. Okay, wait.
You'll find them.
I will.
Yeah.
I will.
Pet the particles.
Okay.
Gotta pet the particles.
No, man. What the hell happened here? I'm so excited. I'm building.
You need some magic music? Bring it up.
I think so.
We call upon the digital goddess to find the quiz questions.
All right. I think I've got them here. Okay. Okay. This is exciting. Actually, can you do that again? That music?
You like that?
Yeah. Yeah, keep it going, man. This is building the tension. I like this. I could think of, the dark gnome right now. He's making a potion. Ron Jeremy kind of looks like a gnome, actually. Is he in prison right now, or
I don't know if they've had that case yet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is in the future, so we'll know by then. But okay, so all right, we're ready here. You all right? So ready for some trivia?
Yeah.
All right, this is some theme park trivia. All right, Mr. Wills, let's see if you can get this one. You're very familiar with this place, so I hope you would. What is the motto of Knott's Berry Farm?
What is the mile?
Oh, the motto of Knott's Berry Farm. Is it A, the happiest little place in the West, or happiest place in the West? B, the most welcoming place on earth? C, the happiest place on earth? Or D, the placest place on earth?
I'm going to go with happiest place in the West.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So this next one, I hope you're good at math, my friend.
Oh,
because
shit.
This one is probably going to be kind of...
My math skills are not too great.
Well, let's see. I'm a right side of the brain type of fella, too. I'm more of a 10% of the brain. You know, I heard something funny that... people say that you only use 10% of your brain.
Yeah, I totally disagree with that.
Yeah, that's not real.
Yeah, I think it's bullshit.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah,
I
it's
guess,
a lie.
Yeah, yeah. Morgan
It's a lie.
Freeman and that Lucy trailer or whatever is full of shit. You use 100% of your brain, but which is hilarious because they said that if you
my brain told me that was a lie when I first heard that.
Yeah.
My brain went, no, sorry, no, that's not true. Not true at all. You don't see trees growing shit it doesn't need, right? No, so no, we use it all the time.
Yeah, it's funny.
Fucking liars. They just want to keep us stupid, man.
Yeah.
Damn the man. Yeah.
So all right, let's see if you can get this one, and you'll be the man. How many rooms are there at Walt Disney World Resort? A, 36,000 rooms. B, 51,000 rooms. C, 12,000 rooms. Or D, 100,000 rooms. So 36,000, 51,000, 12,000, or 100,000. All the resort of Walt Disney World.
Oh man, that includes Epcot Center as well.
Yeah, it's all the. There's, I think, I can kind of help you a little bit, but I think there's 20 hotels.
There's 20 hotels.
I think so.
Oh shit, then that could easily
25.
be
My bad, 25.
25 hotels.
Yeah.
36,000.
You got it, dude. You got it. Man.
It's because it was 3 6s. I figured.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
pretty smart,
see?
dude. Oh shit, I
Yeah.
kind of gave it to you there, but man. All right, so this one is all right. We'll see if you get this one. Knott's Berry Farm had a first. It had the first modern roller coaster to ride on all-metal track that took riders completely upside down. It was manufactured by Arrow in Valencia, California. What was the name of this roller coaster? A, the Corkscrew, B, Boomerang, C, Revolution, or D, Montezuma's Revenge?
I believe Montezuma's Revenge was the first one, and then Corkscrew came after.
All right.
Am I right?
So is that your final
That's
answer?
my final answer.
You're going 2 for 3 right now.
My brain that I use more than 10% of is telling me it's Montezuma's revenge. Because the revolution came out in 76 because it was a celebration of the bicentennial.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm glad. See, you're using all 10%. Using 11% of your brain right now.
My brain goes to 11.
Yeah, dude. Spinal Tap forever. All right, my friend. You were very, very close. It is the corkscrew.
It is the corkscrew?
Yeah, I guess Arrow, that also built the company that built the Matterhorn at Disneyland in 1959. That ride didn't go upside down, but this is the first that went upside down.
Was I at least right about the year? Did it come out in 76?
The corkscrew came out. Let's fucking A. I think this one. Oh, you're talking about the Revolution? Let's see.
Oh wait, corkscrew revolution. I fucked up. What was the revolution?
The Revolution was something, but that was probably in 76, I bet. It was the 200th anniversary.
Maybe I'm thinking of the thing that.
So close though, man. That's 2 out of 3.
Damn.
There'll be more. So brush up on that theme park knowledge, and you kicked ass though, man. Some people don't get any right.
Now that I think about it, I think Montezuma's was in 78 or 79.
Yeah, let's see. I'm curious about that too. Just for the fun,
that
autistic listeners like myself, Montezuma's Revenge. Let's see when that was built. I'm gonna say this. It feels like the 70s kind of had it started having a lot of the kind of more bitchin' roller coasters.
Yeah, they started getting serious about
yeah.
angles and upside down and twists and turns. It wasn't just like another version of Colossus. You know, there was the generic up and down roller coaster. You kind of knew what was going to happen. Yeah. I like the ones that you can sit in. Like I love my favorite at Knott's for coasters is Silver Bullet because it's the smoothest roller coaster for how many dips it takes and all that. And that's the way it feels like in my dreams when I'm flying because I'm always sitting. I don't do that Superman flying shit. I'm just like, yeah, man, that's what it feels like.
It is, dude. It's crazy how smooth it's amazing. Yeah, it was built and opened in 78. You got that.
Cool.
So, dude, this has been awesome, man. Fuck, I'm excited. So, man, we'll have you on again soon.
Yeah, I'm down whenever.
Yeah, dude. It was a fun little trip to Robertland. Where can the folks at home follow you? Obviously, you work on the No One Right Way podcast.
On that, as the wizard, that's me.
Yeah.
And then, let's see, what else I got going? Oh, Optimus Bob on Instagram. You get to see all the little snippets and pictures and all the other fun festivities of cool shit going on in my life.
And you share a lot of your scare stuff too on there. Or?
Yeah, I just went and got my head casted and my arms casted at 13th Floor Productions by my buddy Mike Ribb and Clifford LeBlanc, and dude, that was so cool. Like it turned out so gnarly.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they said, you ever heard the term you got a face for radio?
Yeah.
Okay, I've also heard that you've got a face for makeup, and I was like, thank you. I think they're like, no, you're fun to paint on. Your face is fun to work with. I'm like, cool. All right. My face is a fun canvas. I can live with that. Yeah.
Oh, I like that, man. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. I like the vibe
Optimus
there,
Bob.
Man.
And if you want to see some clips of the stand-up when I used to do that.
Yeah. Check him out, man.
It's on YouTube, Robert Wills, Some Kind of Joke.
Yeah, we'll be working together doing stuff.
Oh, shit,
doing some more Rebolo sketches or whatever.
Yeah, the werewolf says hi.
Yeah, dude, you killed it, man.
He liked hanging with you guys.
People loved that. That was good.
Yeah.
Well, man, so everybody, I hope you all have a safe Halloween, and we'll see you next week.
Indeed.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Goodbye.